I set up the time wrong. It should be now. Am I live? It doesn't look like I'm live yet. I should be live. That's what it says on YouTube Studio. Oh, yep, I should be live. Yay! Can I hear myself? Hello? There should be audio, right? I really hope so, otherwise this will be very awkward if I didn't record anything. And it's connected to my mic. Ah, okay, I can hear from my laptop. Oh well. Hello, we shall be finishing Sena's route today. Hello, Beastie! Welcome back to watching me simp over my fictional boyfriends. I'm trying to finish Sena's route today. Ah, you're orange again. Make me. I don't know how to make you green. Every time I do it, I'm green. Or one time, Hikari came in and was it Hikari or was it Lani? Someone came in and they were green. I don't know how to make. I don't know how to make you green. I'm sorry. Since my miraculous reunion with Sena, I replayed the moment over and over in my head, and my heart filled with joy each time. But his confession that he had feelings for me carried more than just excitement. He said he was both happy and he said he was both troubled and happy. Hearing him say that to me only made me feel with more renewed resolve. Nice idea. It's one of them, the idol. They're all good looking. I wanted to help Sena somehow. However, there was something else I had to go do first. It's yeah, be orange. The next day, I was off from the school the next day, and I still got up early and quickly left my house to visit Tsukumo Shrine. The magatama I have received from the priest had turned black, and I went to apologize to him. Screen looks still burly. I'm very sorry. I apologetically placed the magatama back on the priest's hand. The truth is, yesterday, I met someone very special. Then after I met him, I looked at the magatama and became like this. I'm certain it's all thanks to this stone, so thank you very much. After accepting my thanks, the priest gave me a small smile and nod. You see, the thing is, I realize this is quite brazen of me to ask, but is there any way to restore its power? We need to wait like another 10 years to see him again. How much time does it normally take? He must have been quite strong when he was younger. Even when I was living as a ghost, the priest seemed to be able to sense me. His power was clearly the real deal. I guess that means we just have to wait, huh? He's still with me! Ah! Oh, you mean he's here right now? Seeing the priest one in response, I began to look around. I knew I shouldn't be able to see him, but I still found myself looking for Sena anyways. Basically, the main character, returned to her body, so now she can't see the ghosts. Seeing me look around like that, the priest let out the troubled sigh. With that, he went and retrieved a ceremonial staff that is often used for exorcism. Don't exorcism. Then, after raising his voice, he suddenly stopped and strained his ears to listen.
なるほど。では確かに伝えるとしよう。
Really? Did you hear him? Did you hear him? Did you hear Sena's voice?
しかと聞こえたと、こう言うておった。ミサちゃんの気持ちはありがたい。
That's it?
何やら他にも言うておるようだが、どうにも聞こえづらくての。最近耳が遠くなっておったな。
Age.
年は取りたくないもんじゃ。
It doesn't really seem like being hard of hearing would apply to speaking with ghosts.
鏡とな。
A mirror? Oh, Hibiki!
鏡のところへとかすかに聞こえた気がするんだが。
Yay! We're gonna go back to Hibiki. If he really did say mirror, then there's only one place I could think of that makes sense. Thank you very much. With his prayers completed, I bowed deeply and began to run. One day, when the school was closed, I silently walked up the staircase filled with hope. I'm here. I stared at the large mirror on the landing. The mirror Sena mentioned. It has to be this one. I took a deep breath, swallowed hard, then spoke with a trembling voice. Sena? Bro, don't go to someone's house demanding to see another man. Come on. Hibiki? My words were laced with hope, a prayer, and I gently touched the mirror. It felt like I was touching the surface of water. My hand sunk into the mirror. Oh, interesting. Instantly, my entire body was inside, swallowed by the mirror. The world flipped upside down. A strange sensation enveloped me. Oh, this is how it looks like inside. The scene that unfolded before me left me without words. Lit by a shining blue light, the floor danced in front of me. It was the same place where I had just been, but reversed. This is Sena! I miss you. That voice. Hello, boy. I miss you so much. I miss you so much. I've been thinking this whole day. I was like, I want to play 9-bit. I want to see him again. Sena! Standing there, staring back at me with a bitter smile on his face, was the one and only I was looking for. I feel the same way. There's so much I want to tell you, but I'm not sure how. This was proof that everything I felt and experienced these past few days wasn't a lie. Standing right in front of me with a faint smile was Sena, unchanged from when I last seen him. Holding back the tears that were welling up in my eyes, I bowed deeply to him. I'm sorry, Sena. I had finally made it back to the real world, only to come back and meet you like this. I don't need real men. I need them. A self-deprecating smile took over his face before his eyes met mine. Because I love you. It's too late for that. I've already decided I want to help you. I'm worried about you becoming an evil spirit. I can't just stand by and do nothing.
つまりただ心配で来てくれたんだ。それはありがとう。
I could tell that his words of gratitude were laced with disappointment. Not knowing the reason for his displeasure, I merely blinked back at him. Why are you upset?
だってそんな必死になって泣きそうな顔で来てくれたのに。理由が心配だったからって。ちょっと残念だ。
His face, look at him. He's so handsome.
もっと違う理由を期待するの。いけないことかな。
Men are dangerous, especially this one. No, the real reason is that how I truly feel. As it peered onto my face, I don't know. Ugh, both are good options. What would I say? I'd say I want to see you, because I do want to see you. I've been waiting this whole day. Yeah, affection up. I'm sorry.
なんで謝るの？
Ah! It's fine. Knowing I was defeated, Sena brought his face closer to mine.
何をするの？
His nose gently grazed again. His nose gently grazed against mine. We were close enough that our lips nearly touched.
悪いと思ったんだな。本当の気持ち言えるよね。
I just wanted to see you. Under the immense pressure of the situation, I blurted out my true feeling.
ありがとう。見せちゃう。
I love his blush juice sprite.
というかごめんね。僕も久々に会えたのが嬉しくて、ちょっといじめすぎちゃった。
In an attempt to comfort me, Sena's hand reached towards my head. Sadly, his hand passed right through me, grasping air.
やっぱりダメか。
Hmm.
ここならワンチャンあるかと思ってたんだけどな。
As Sena spoke, he reached towards the staircase handrail. Is Hibiki just watching all of this? Is he just watching his idol like flirt? But just like with me, his hand passed right through it. Even in Hibiki's mirror world, he can't touch anything. You mentioned that the world in the mirror earlier. What is it exactly?
そのままだよ。ここは響くんだけの世界。この世でもあの世でもない狭間。だから僕と君がこうしてお互いを認識することができるんだ。
Then Sena told me about the conversation he had with Hibiki.
鏡の世界？はい。ここは僕だけの世界で、僕の許可がないと入れない特別な空間なんです。写しようでも隠りようでもない曖昧な世界なので、この中なら聖者と死者でも会えるんじゃないかなって。大事な場所なんだよね。本当に待ち合わせに使っていいの？僕も迷ったんです。でも、彼女すごく必死だったから、合わせてあげたいって思ったんです。
He's such a precious little being.
今のが僕の本心だって覚えておいてください。どうか気をつけて。気をつけるって僕にです。
Huh?
ごめんなさい。不安にさせてしまうかもなんですけど、今から言うことをよく覚えておいてください。僕は彼女の聖者のぬくもりを感じてから、自分の中にある欲が生まれてしまったんです。もちろんその欲に抗うつもりでいるんですけど、しかしその彼女を襲うかもしれません。
Is this like what's gonna happen in this route, or is this going to happen in Hibiki's route?
だからあまり長いはしないでください。どれくらい自分を抑えられるかわからないですから。
He felt my warmth. I couldn't remember touching Hibiki, and more than anything else. I can't imagine Hibiki attacking me. That's unthinkable. He was always so kind and friendly when we spoke before. Girl, don't believe that.
あの時とは状況が違うんだ。以前の君は生き量だったけど、今の君は生きている存在。僕たち死者がいくら望んでも、決して手に入らないもの。
I thought you liked the other one. You like the noble character. Why are you here?
ましてや響君は僕よりはるかに長くこの地に縛られていた霊だから。
Then how is he a friend of yours if he's dead before you were dead?
永遠に続く暗闇の中で手の届く場所に灯った温かい光がどれだけ死者を狂わせると思う。
A shudder ran through me as I hurriedly looked around at my surroundings. And where's Hibiki now?
鏡の世界にいるのは確かだよ。ただできるだけ離れてくれている。
Hibiki's second fave. Really? I thought you said you liked someone else. I don't remember who.
君を直接見てしまえば耐えられなくなるから。
It's okay. Sena's gonna protect Miss Misa. Just from seeing me? A chill ran down my spine as I worried about what would happen behind me. In response, Sena flashed me a troubled smile.
脅すようなこと言ってごめんね。でも分かってほしかったんだ。聖者が死者の世界に触れることにどれだけのリスクがあるのかって。
Then we'll just jump in front of a car again. Right, I understand.
でもとりあえず安心して。僕たちが会話するぐらいの間は持つって言ってたから。それに何があっても僕が守るよ。こう見えても鍛えてたから結構いい動きできるからね。
That's reassuring. Thank you. In that case, I guess that means we don't have a lot of time to talk.
本当はもっとリスクの少ない形で話ができればよかったんだけど。
Just keep getting Koyu to call us, come on.
リスクを受け入れてでもどうしても君に伝えたいことがあって。
Okay, and thank you for doing all of this for me. Sena smiles at my words.
とりあえず少し移動しようか。鏡からは離れた方が良さそうだし。
Sena nodded slightly before walking away, leading me deeper into the school. I knew there was nobody here, but I couldn't help but to feel as though we were being watched. Filled with such eerie sense of foreboding, I walked down the mirrored corridor. We stopped at the cafeteria, which was cast in a strange bluish glow.
いやー、なんていうか食欲がなくなる色だよね。
Agreed.
でもちょっと懐かしいな。学校に通ってた頃はここでよく紅葉とランチ食べてたし。
Ah, that's right. You said before that you graduated from here.
君からすると少しだけ先輩になるのかな。
What is the age gap between them? I need to know. Funny, I can't really picture you in high school, Sena. I feel like you were an idol from the time you were born or something.
まさか当時はアイドルを夢見るだけのどこにでもいる高校生だったよ。
He must have felt like reminiscing because he sat down on a nearby chair as a small smile crept onto his face. His eyes narrowed as he began to speak. I believe we touched on this before. About how I came to find joy in singing in front of others. Koyo was the one who suggested I start uploading videos of me singing on social media. As you can imagine, the first ones were terrible. The numbers of views were in the double digits. I was thrilled if the video reached 3. The comments were always about what a terrible dance I was. Of course, every time I posted a new video, I thought about quitting, but then I would remember how much I enjoy singing for others, and so I kept going. I learned that even if you're bad at something, If you keep on going, it will eventually take shape. Then I learned about how to edit my videos. I started going to dance classes weekly. I did vocal training every day. The truth is, it wasn't some overnight success where the videos started blowing up or anything like that. All I did was keep uploading videos every week for over 3 years. The going was slow, but eventually I started to get better reactions and comments. Before I knew it, singing and uploading my songs became part of who I was. That's when it happened. I received a message from an agency that said they were interested in my singing. I didn't question it. I was just so happy. Happy that someone had seen me. Happy that I would have the chance to have even more people see me. I immediately responded with 2 messages, and from there, my life changed. After joining the agency, I went through some really difficult times pulling my dues. I spent time as backup dancers, and when I finally debuted, I had to fight to be in the center position. But I loved every minute of it. Being under the spotlight, seeing everyone's hand wave in union. I had no doubt in my mind that moments like this would continue. Then, before I knew it, people began talking about us as national level idols. We were going to do a national-wide tour, but then I collapsed. I wasn't sleeping much then, being on such a tight schedule. At first I thought I had merely overworked myself. I thought it would actually be a good opportunity to rest up and get ready for the tour. But then the truth was much more cruel.
心臓の病気で血液の循環が滞ってしまっていて。
待ってください。僕はもうステージに立てないんですか？
My body had taken over by a disease. It was as though nothing could be done. From the day I found out, my health got worse and worse. When it was announced that I would begin treatment, the other members continued to work. I couldn't walk. I could barely even talk. Just looking at the well-wishing letters from my friends filled me with pain. All I could do was lay there, staring up at the stars blurred by the city lights from my hospital bed. Then finally, that day came. The last day of the tour, they had done the whole thing without me. I dully watched the whole thing live on TV from my hospital bed. We'll wait. Is this a band member or We'll wait for Sena until he's well enough to return. Hearing my fellow bandmates say those words bathed in sparkling spotlight, I dragged my support immobile body from the hospital bed and escaped. No. Okay, no, to the stars, okay. Then, under the stars at Beachfront Park, as the multitude of fans watched the other members of S Crown on stage, I collapsed there on the grass, without a soul to see me fall. My cheeks were hollow, my body immaculate. I couldn't sing, I couldn't dance. I wasn't the Sena that people knew anymore. Oh no! I lay there, in the place where Koyo and I shared our dream with one another. But nobody did. Then I drew my last breath. It's okay, cause Nisa found Sena. Seeing Sena stare back at me so steadily, I couldn't find the words to express my feelings. All I could do was sob as I felt Sena futilely try to stroke my back with his hand. but I felt like I finally understood. Even though Sena had regained his memories, I understood why he wasn't able to cross over. Without a doubt. Sena, you still want to dream, don't you?
そうこの後に及んでいまだに僕は夢を諦めきれていないんだ
I want to give him a hug. To be a top-class idol, to stand on stage again, to tour the country with his group. He couldn't do any of those things anymore. He was trapped in the world because of all of those unfulfilled dreams. It was a future that was all but assured, a dream just within his grasp. He couldn't accept that all of these things were suddenly taken away from him.
僕は夢を見ていたいたとえ聖者でなくなってもだからもう気にしないで僕はまだしばらく幽霊としてとどまり続けるからそんな顔しないで僕は別に不幸なわけじゃないんだから
Hugs all around. Yeah, we need to hug him. He's such a sweetheart.
全部伝えたらすっきりしたこんなことなら最初から全部打ち明ければよかったね
Sena. Seeing him stand up quickly, I knew it was Sena's way of telling me the conversation was over.
もう僕を追わないで
No.
君の人生を生きるんだそうでないと僕は心残りが増えちゃいそう
Nah. Sena's hand gently touched my cheek. Of course, I couldn't feel his touch. But still, I thought I felt the slightest warmth. Perhaps it was only my imagination.
僕のことを忘れて
Bro, it's not enough for me to be apart from you. I have to forget you too.
その方が君のためだよ
Nah, if a guy did this to me, I'll be triggered. In response to his cruel world, I mean, it's better for you. There's no way. Okay, I would say there's no way, but I don't know why he would want. But I'm gonna say there's no way. I don't care if I get a bad out. I'm gonna say impossible. If I could forget about you, I would have already have. Wait, I have. I spat the words back at him. So I can't do that. I'm always gonna think about you. I looked for you. I searched.
それ以上言わないで
Ah!
そんなことを聞いたら君への思いが溢れてしまう君と共にある未来を願って
Sena's hands. Okay, I'm gonna close the window. It's raining. No rain shall interrupt my experience with Sena. Sena's hands, which has been touching my cheeks, slid down until he wrapped his finger around my neck and quietly twisted his lips.
君恋してしまうかもしれない
Hello? Hello? I beg your pardon? Just uh-oh. Uh-oh. Which one? Is Sena gonna become a rap or is Hibiki going to come fight me? I felt ice on my back. Sena and I quickly jumped back to our senses and I quickly turned around. What is it? Nobody was supposed to be there except for Hibiki. Yet I felt the stare of someone creeping ever closer to us.
少しのんびりしすぎたかな
Then that thing is...
響くんだよ
Sena went to grab my hand so we could make a run for it, but... No, we can't hold hands! His hand slipped through mine. For a moment, he looked terribly sad.
癖って抜けないよね僕についてきて
We might not be able to hold hands anymore, but I know what you were trying to tell me. Just having you by my side makes me feel better.
ありがとうミサちゃん
I trailed behind Sena without straying too far as he started walking. If Sena as a ghost can't touch us, then why can Hibiki, right? So technically we don't really have to worry about it? Or is it because it's Hibiki's mirror world so he can like interact with us? Feeling Hibiki's presence slowly approaching, we left the cafeteria quickly. As we ran down the halls, I occasionally looked back at her. What is it, Sena?
ちゃんとついてきてるかなと思って。
I need to like step up my Sena voice. If Hibiki really did catch up to us, I was sure there was something terrible would happen. Yet, despite all of that, I felt my lips curl into a smile before I hastily tightened them down. I'm terrible. Being able to talk with Misa like this, being able to be seen by her like this, it makes me happy. After Misa woke up and returned to the world of the living, I went to see her every day. I even tried to talk to her. Liar, you didn't come see us. You forgot about us. Of course, my words never reached her. I would smile at her, but she couldn't see me. Whenever she seemed lost, there was nothing I could do to console her. All I could do was to look on. But she didn't need words to tell me why she was lost. I already knew. She couldn't forget about me. When she screamed those words, her face had the same lost look I've seen before. Ah, this really is bad. I can't believe I made her worry about me. I caused her pain. I've caused her sadness. But the fact that it made me happy filled me with fear. Hey. Calm down. She thought about me, searched for me. It makes me happy. It makes me love her even more. Misa, I don't want to let you go back. Hey, are you sure he's not the yandere? I did my best to shake those thoughts away. I want her to go back to the real world. I want to let her find her own happy life. He's the yandere, but he's the good kind that wants to make the MC happy instead of being selfish. That feeling wasn't a lie. I just wasn't sure how much longer I could keep feeling that way. I looked to Sena's back to give me directions as he walked through the eerily quiet hallway. I turned around to look behind me many times. Then I let out a small breath.
気をつけて。彼は耳がいいみたいだから。
You mean he can hear me?
本人がそう言っていてね。些細な音でも聞こえてしまうって。
I'll be careful. Following closely behind Sena, I did my best to walk silently. I want to get out of here as soon as possible then. But I know this will be the last time. The last time I can talk to Sena like this. I gently reached out my hand to touch his back, and of course, my hand slipped through his. I knew that this would happen, but just in case, I found myself reaching out for him over and over again. Just get Koyo to call. Eventually, we arrived at the landing where the mirror was. I never knew this mirror would exist so closely to my own. We made it, but the mirror's not there. Hello.
そのまま隠れて。
Sana seems unsettled, and for a moment I stared at the upper landing of the stairs. Then, suddenly, a dark presence came rushing up from below the stairs.
落ち着いて。まだ僕たちは鏡には映ってない。音を拾われないように。ここで静かにやり過ごそう。
I couldn't even nod back to Sena. My body was frozen with fear. If I took even one step down the stairs, waiting for me would be... As my body shook with terror, I heard a voice mutter from below the stairs.
いけないのに。
give him like a thank you for letting us stay hug. It's
あと
fine.
一度だけそうだ一度くらいならいいよね寂しさが温まるくらいだけなら
He wants to touch? I couldn't quite make out what he was saying, but Sena waved his hand in front of me, gesturing towards the corridor. Sena's like, back off, that's my girl. It's okay. Don't be afraid. Let's step away from here for now. Sensing such words in his gesture, he... Shut up, you simp. Sensing such word in his gesture. Is that how you say it? Gesture. It sounds wrong when I say gesture. He quietly left the place. Making sure there was no mirrors, I let out a sigh as we entered the classroom. My hands, they were still shaking. Resisting the urge to sit down, I asked Sena a question. Just now, below the stairs, that was Hibiki, right?
そうだね声からすると
The fact he was in front of the mirror, that is supposed to connect to the real world.
君を返す気はないってことなんだと思う
So instead of a cage, it's a mirror, huh? You simp. Why would Hibiki do that? I wrapped my arms around myself, trying to stop shaking. I couldn't believe how the shy Hibiki I've met before would do something like that. Yet the eerie sound of his voice was enough to convince me. I've never thought the story of the boy dragging people through the mirror was true, but Sena merely shook his head with a thoughtful expression on his face.
響くん自身が言ってたけど聖者を無理やりに引きずり込む力はないんだって今回は君と僕お互いに会いたいっていう願いがあったうまく思いが引き合ったなら聖者の君でも入ってこれるかも
I see. It's what happens, so I guess it makes sense. Honestly, I didn't totally understand. Since I was able to come here, I guess that must be correct, but it's still a bit surprising. So after I returned to the mortal realm, you and Hibiki kept in touch?
君放課後に彼女に語りかけてたでしょそれを眺めている時によく二人で話をしてた
So, does that mean you were watching? Sena stopped suddenly. His eyes shifted back and forth, and he began to fidget with his hand. Eventually, he cracked a smile.
ところで昨今の経済情勢
He's been stalking us. Don't try to change the topic. In response to my continued questioning, Sena eventually got more flustered and began speaking incoherently. Wait, after I went back, were you watching me?
たまたまだよ君のことが気になった時に
Aww.
様子を見に行っただけ
It's so sweet. But how did you forget me if you did? How often is a little bit?
一日に8時間くらい
He's so sweet.
もちろん自宅とかプライベートな空間には入ってないから
Boo.
怖いとか気持ち悪いとか思わないで
Ah, it's so sweet. Look at his panic expression. It's so good. Sena pleaded with me, looking like he was going to cry. No! Seeing him like that cleared all my fears away, and I nodded at him with a weary smile. Of course, I wouldn't think that about you. Besides, I was always thinking about you too, Sena. It's a little embarrassing for me to admit, but it actually makes me kind of happy.
嬉しい返されてたのか
No, not like that. I mean, it's like you were watching over me. But it's not like I want you to chase me or spy. Wait, it's not like I want you chasing me or spying on me, Arthur. I'm not yet. Hey, it is kind of Yender. He was like, "I'm gonna kill you," though. He literally said he's gonna kill us. Seeing me turn bright red and shout, Sena's lip contoured into a grimace. Then he placed his finger over my lips.
シッ、騒いだら危ないよ。
Sorry.
まあ、僕としては顔を真っ赤にした可愛い君を見られて得した気分なんだけどね。
This is like a 2-in-1 meal buffet. Like, not buffet, it is a buffet. It's so good. You get this beautiful man here, and then you also got his voice, which I really like. So this is like a 2-in-1 deal.
こうしてすり抜けてなかったら唇で静かにさせるっていうのもありだったかもしれないけど、こういうことを考えるたびにどうしても思っちゃうんだ。君を求む世界になんて返さなきゃよかった。
Sena.
ひょっとしたら響くんよりずっと僕の方が怖い相手かもしれないね。
Sena spoke with a sarcastic smile, but I feel you wanna be a creep too, huh, Misa? I feel the same way. You wanna be a creep. I feel the same way.
同じ。
Sena looked at me doubtfully, but I nodded and spoke softly to him. I know I shouldn't think this way, but there are times when I wish I could go back to the living ghost. Touching you, laughing with you, we were able to spend time together. He looks so sad. He's gonna cry. He's gonna kill us for real. That's the real ending. He kills us. Sena's shoulders trembled. He opened and closed his mouth a few times, trying to say something. But in the end, he said nothing and just shook his head.
僕どうかしてるな。嬉しいって思っちゃうなんて。
His laughing's right. I love you. Wait, I'm like, yeah, I love you, Sena. Wait, how do I? Hey, Sena, I love you.
ちょっと話を戻そうか。
Sena exhaled lightly, a bitter smile still on his face.
君が鏡に問いかけてた時さ。
Yes, wearing the mirror at that time.
響くんに入れてもらってね。あの時君が鏡に触れた瞬間、響くんが明らかに様子がおかしくなったんだ。
I don't know why sometimes like the shorter parts aren't voiced. From this side of the mirror, I lay my hands on top of yours.
まさか聖者のぬくもりを感じられるなんて。なんて心地いいんだろう。
He began laughing. It was as though something in him went mad.
響くん。あ、今のは少しぼーっとしちゃって。
Warm?
そこから先はさっきも言った通りだよ。君をこの世界に連れてくれば話ができるかもしれない。
Why did he act like that? Sena, I know it's wrong of me to think this, but do you think he brought up the possibility of us being able to talk here together as some kind of threat?
どうだろうね。彼を疑いたくはないけど。
Right, sorry, I shouldn't even have said it.
いや、意図はどうあれ。今彼がおかしいのは確かだよ。君の疑念は当然だと思う。
I nodded lightly in response to Sena's word, and I tilted my head in thought. But suppose he really did want to drag me into this role. What could his goal be?
彼が口にしていた言葉通りなら、おそらく君のぬくもりだろうね。僕なんかよりはるかに長い間、人とも霊とも遠ざかっていた彼には、君に触れたぬくもりが鮮烈すぎた。だから君をこの世界に捉えたい。たとえ君がそれで死んでもね。
If I were to die, my warmth would be gone forever.
響君の考えは異常だけど、僕には彼を責める資格なんてない。だって僕も少なからず君を元の世界に戻したくないという思いを持ってるから。
Flirting versus sexual harassment. I couldn't bring myself to say that it wasn't true. Sena's face was full of sadness, and yet he refused to look away from
君
me.
と共にいたいって気持ちは僕の中でどんどん膨れ上がってる。自分でも制御できないぐらい。だから僕がおかしければ君は迷わず僕からも逃げて、そして来た時のようにうつしおへ戻るんだ。
It wasn't a question, it wasn't a request. It was merely an affirmation of what needed to be done.
僕の人生は夢を叶えるのに必死で他のものは後回しだったからさ。君に会って君に惹かれて恋をしたのは初めてだった。だからなのか執着心がすごくてさ、自分でも引いちゃうくらい。うつしおに戻った後、一つだけ許してほしいことがあるんだ。
You do, she said.
君の様子を。君にとっては気持ち悪いかもだけど。
Yes, you will. Sena spoke to me with a gentle look on his face, but I casted my gaze on the floor. That isn't fair, Sena. I don't get to touch you. I don't even get to look at you.
こういうにも言われたよ。案外ちゃっかりしてるなってな。
Sena gave a little chuckle and then checked our surrounding again.
そのためにはまず響君の目をかいくぐって外に出ないとだね。
When I heard him say that, Ooh, I feel like this is like a big point. It's like, I'm gonna do a little save here just in case. I feel like there's like a big point in the game, I guess. Or I think it's gonna be the same. I guess I'll have to go back. I guess I'll have to go back. I understand. I didn't want to ignore his wishes. So I put on the lid of my own feelings and nodded with one thought in mind. After I live my life and die, then can I stay by your side? Hey, why is there no like Sena affection go up, huh? You want me to stay here? I knew it was a selfish wish, asking him to stay here, to not cross over until my death.
約束する。
Sena spoke to me with a smile that emanated from the bottom of his heart. Just then, Sena covered my mouth with his hand, which caused me to suddenly stop. I felt my fears rising with his stern expression. Could it be? Stay here, he whispered in my ear, and I nodded. Then Sena left the room. From the hall, I heard the two of them talking.
セナさん、彼女はどこですか？そろそろ帰ってもらおうと思って探してたんですけど、見つからなくて。
His voice sounded the same. It was like the Hibiki I talked to before. Yet it seemed almost too calm, which only made me even more scared.
遅くなると困るからね。もう先に帰ってもらったんだ。会う機会を作ってくれてありがとう。感謝してるよ。
The silence hurt my ears. The fact I couldn't see his face only made me more frightened. I had no idea how Hibiki had taken the answer Sena had given him.
僕もそろそろうつしおに帰るよ。公園にファンの子たちが会いに来てくれてるかもしれないからね。
So in this world's route, Sena and Koyo, it's either we deal with Hibiki or we deal with Reika. Like, bro.
さあ、そうだ。ついでに、フリックさんと公園まで散歩しようよ。引きこもりなのは知ってるけど。
Sena. He was doing an excellent job of trying to pull Hibiki away from me. I gulped and prepared myself to leave at any moment. Still, I was scared by the prospect of trying to flee there by myself. At the same time, I didn't want to waste the chance Sena had made for me.
それはとても魅力的な誘いで
That's why you like him! Hey. It clicked to me why Ify likes Hibiki. I know the true reason that you don't.
彼女そこにいますよね
Slowly, ever so slowly, slender fingers began sliding through the door. 5 fingers, then a wrist, then an arm. This feels like Doki Doki Literature Club again. Finally, the long black hair and a slumped head. No, this is Malleus. If you know, you know. Entering the door in that order, I found myself frozen in complete and terror shock. With only his hands and neck peeking through the door, he turned slowly to face me.
見つけた
Someone get Lani here, come on. I'm scared. Lani, protect me. He's scary. He's scary. Ooh, chapter 9. Oh no, this is the last chapter, isn't it? So quick. His eyes stared at me with a dazed yet fiery glow. I could see his head and hands, his lips wrapped in a twisted
ど
smile.
うして嘘をつくんですかいるならいるって言ってくれればいいの
Lani, come save me! Lani! A slumping noise accompanied Hibiki as he entered. Where is Sena? Sena, I thought you were gonna protect me. Shut up. I stifled a scream that I felt welling inside my
や
throat.
めろ
Eee! Hibiki immediately stopped and sunk a desperate gaze back at the hallway. I looked at Sena, who bolted into the classroom.
行ってミサちゃん
In the momentary gasp to escape that Sena had created for me. Uh-oh. I trust him. He said to run, so I'm listening to Sena. Sena, if I die, it's on you. Sena's voice jolted me back to reality, pushing me forward and straight down the hall. I just kept running. Trying not to get caught by the presence I felt behind me, I dashed down the hallway. Finally, I can get out, and then you can't, because it's not right. I didn't spare a moment to catch my breath and reached out to the mirror. Yep. I can't get out? The mirror looked unchanged from before, yet it unexpectedly didn't reflect my figure. I felt a cold and hopeless sensation when my fingertips touched the glass. What? Why? Then I sensed a presence from behind me. I have to get out of here.
ミサちゃん僕だよ
Five Nights at Hibiki's. Sena! What happened to Hibiki?
少しだけ足止めに成功したから多少の時間は稼げたと思うそっちは
The mirror's all fogged up. I can't get through. As I frustratedly slammed my head against the mirror, Sena's face fell.
やっぱりそう簡単に逃がしてはくれないか
Does that mean... Did Hibiki do something to the mirror?
一旦ここを離れよう僕たちがこの場所を目指すのは響くんも察してるだろうから
Right. Okay. We entered a library filled with countless books. They all stood like trees in the forest. Surely this place will conceal our presence.
ここなら多少はマシだと思う資格が多い分響くんが来ても脱出の隙を伺えるから
It's certainly much better than the classroom, not to mention there's a door in the back.
でもここが彼の世界な以上長くは持た
It should be enough. It should be enough for now. After letting out a small sigh, I leaned on one of the bookshelves, hoping it would prop me up. It was time like this where I found myself wishing I was a living ghost again. Unlike Sena and the others, I was made of flesh and blood, prone to fatigue.
疲れちゃったよね。
I'm sorry. I was so nervous before my legs got all tired at once. All at once.
こうなったのも全部僕のせいだ。
No, it's not your fault.
君と会いたいからって。こんな場所に呼ばなければこんなことには。
I mean, couldn't you guys like talk when you Sena can be in the mirror and then Misa can be like standing outside now? Doesn't that work? Sena looked at me deeply apologetically. I simply smiled and shook my head. Please don't say that. I came here on my own violation. If I wasn't able to meet you here, I'm sure I would have gotten myself wrapped up in an even more dangerous scheme to find you.
それは困るな。
A bitter smile arose on Sena's face as he jokingly pinched his own cheek.
ダメだな。僕は喜んでる場合じゃないのに。会いに来たって言葉が嬉しい。
But I'm also happy. I want to see you so badly, Sena. Scary as this may be, I'm really glad I came to see you.
やっぱりその言葉はずるいよ。僕に刺さりすぎ。愛を語るにもまずは脱出だね。ここから出る方法を探らないと。
For a moment, my love for him nearly washed away with tension in my heart. But Sena said now was not a time to think about such things. It seems Hibiki is doing something to the mirror, so I can't escape. I was unable to think of a good idea. Negative thoughts began creeping slowly into my mind.
君が生きるようだった頃、神様に目をつけられたからあんなことになってしまった。
We gotta pray. We need to pray to God like in Shuten order. Yes, that's right. It seems like I was spirited away.
神様の仕業で生きるようとなったわけだけど、そんな困難を乗り越えて元の場所に戻れたじゃない。
Sena nodded reassuringly and continued.
だから今回もきっと大丈夫。二人で乗り越えて元の場所へ戻ろう。
Smiling to reassure me, Sena gently patted me on the shoulder. Of course, he didn't actually pat me. His hand just slipped through.
ごめん。ついやっちゃうんだよね、これ。
I gently placed my palm over his, letting it hang in the air. While I couldn't feel his touch, I did feel something was conveying between us. Sorry for feeling hopeless before. I won't give up, so let's find a way out of here.
それでこそミサちゃんだよ。君が生きるような時を思い出すな。自分だって辛い状況なのに、僕が何度君のことを忘れてもめげずに話しかけてくれたし。
Yeah, I'm not good at giving up.
それでも僕は君の諦めの悪さに救われて君に惹かれたんだよ。現状を受け入れてなおあがく力は僕にないものだったから。君はその心の強さを握りしめてこれから先も生きてほしい。
Sena, even if I couldn't see him, even if I couldn't hear him, whether years or even decades pass, I knew I wouldn't forget him. And years later, when I eventually die, I would remember him. My future lies not with the living, but with one who's passed away. He built up between our hands. If only, just for a moment, I could touch him. If I could see his face, if we could talk. Before coming here, that was all I thought about, but after seeing him, my desire only grew. I want to touch you, Sena. The moment those words slipped from my lip, I felt a slight tremor from in my pocket. At the same time, I felt the warmth emulating from my palm. Ah. I quickly shoved my other hand into my pocket. It's glowing?
どういうこと？確かに今君の感触が
Pinky and pinky. Index and forefinger. As if to confirm, our fingers tremble as we intertwine them together. This is so cute! Even when our fingers finally intertwined fully, I felt his heartbeat.
その曲が
His heartbeat? Isn't he dead? Wait, his heartbeat? For real? I felt his heartbeat. How does he have a heartbeat when he's dead? Yes, I think so. When I met you at the park, I thought its power was totally gone.
おそらくだが、時間が経てば元の力を取り戻すじゃろう。多分。
All it took was a little time, and the power came back to the stone, right?
君の願いに反応したのかもね。言霊みたいな感じというか。
Yeah, you might be right about that. I want to see you. I want to see your face. It will make me so relieved. I said those things at that night.
まったく。君って子は。
My wish was granted by the Magatama. The priest who lent me the Magatama told me the god at Tsukumo Shrine was the one who connected people together. And this Magatama is a treasure that was passed down for generations at the shrine. And then the priest just gave it to this random girl.
ならこうして手をつなげるのもまさにご利益なのかもしれないね。手をつなぐ、思いをつなぐ、離れた二つを結び引き合わせる。
Then, in that case, maybe we could return to the real world. Screw your friends. Think about me and only me. If this has the power to make connections, perhaps we could use it to connect in the real world and this one and get out of here.
そうだね。
Then was that the wrong answer? You want to be with your friends and not me? Sena let out a huff and untangled our fingers. Oh.
そんな物欲しそうな顔しないで。
Mm.
僕としても名残惜しいけどね。ここでこうしていて残った力が空になったら
No.
目も当てられないし。
It'll be worth it, trust me. Yeah, I guess you're right. Judging by the look of it, I think it still has some power left since it hasn't turned black. Still, I couldn't be sure if it had enough power to help us get through the mirror. The priest said that when he was younger, he would be able to restore its power on its own. I, unfortunately, don't have that kind of power.
霊力を注ぐみたいな感じ。
Yeah, I think so. But I don't know if you're able to do it unless you're a priest.
どうだろうね。効用はあるって言ってたけど。
Boy, stop bringing out Koyo. I love Koyo too. If you bring out Koyo, I'm gonna get distracted. What?
効用がホラーゲームの配信者だったって話は。
Yeah, he told me about it.
そのジャンルを選んだのも実は昔から霊感が強くってよく
Oh my
霊
god.
感なんだ。
Nana said Riku? Really? I had no idea. I wonder if... Could that be why Koyo was able to connect the living and the dead with his Mary power? He does have the power no other ghosts do.
彼がいわゆる霊能力者ってやつだからかも。
When I heard the word, I understood.
本人はそういうこと言うと詐欺臭い響きだから嫌だって嫌がるんだけどね。
That sounds like a way that sounds like something he'd say.
そんな効用に言わせるとさ、確かに霊には力があるんだって。姿なき霊をこの世に結びつける存在力とでも言うべきもの。
A presence power? As I mulled over it in my mind, I soon felt another presence approach. Is that...
響くんが近づいてきてる。でも逆に考えればチャンスだよ。
Even if he isn't in front of the mirror, we still can't get through though. Oh, with the Magatama?
道を開けるかがぶっつけ本番になることだけど。
That was exactly it. Then I then felt the presence make its way to the front door.
悩んでる暇はないか。
After muttering that, Sena walked away from me. Is he going to be a decoy? Before I even realized, Sena was gone. Then I began to hear the two of them speak. Sena holding him off for me. I have no choice but to go now. Not wanting to waste the chance that Sena had created for me, I quietly slipped away the opposite direction. I proceeded to exit silently from the door and at the back of the library. Seeing as the mirror was fairly close to the library, I reached it without incident. I took the Magatama from my pocket and held it in my hand. Then I gently placed my palm on the mirror. If the power is manifesting from words, then please allow me to use this to return to my world. I held the stone tightly in my hand as I wished with all my might. The stone in my hand began to tremble and grow hot. I felt my hand slip through the mirror. I did it! My joy was short-lived as I felt my hand getting pushed back by the invincible force. What? Could it be the Magatama is... Wah wah. As I opened my hand, I saw that the stone had turned black. What? Why? That was when I felt someone approaching. From the bottom of the stairs, I saw Sena. The power of the Magatama, it wasn't enough.
そのまま持ってて。
Sena came running down the stairs and pulled his hand over the stone in my hand. What are you doing? Shut up, don't let it be what I think it is. He's trying to use his life force, spirit force, regain the Magatama. I stared at him, not knowing what he was doing. Then my hand started to heat up, and I looked down at the stone. No way! The color of the stone is... When I looked up to Sena's face, his face was contoured with pain. Sena? Something's wrong. My stomach turned with nervous anticipation. Then... the stone in my hand began to emit a dim light. Okay.
僕にも霊力があったみたい。
I turned my attention back to him. His presence feels weak, frail. He looked almost translucent. No! If Sena keeps doing this, then he'll... I immediately pulled the stone away from him. But when I did, Sena only gave me a faint smile. Oh my god.
そんな顔しないで。僕は大丈夫だから。
Boy? Koyo's gonna beat my ass.
元の世界に戻ったら少し休むだけ。何しろ僕はもう死んでるんだから。
You gotta keep your promise to be always with us.
ならないよ。
Was that really true? Promise you won't disappear. I never heard of a ghost disappearing. But looking at Sena in front of me, he seems like he would fade away at any moment. Sena, answer me. Creepy. I felt a chill run down my spine, and when I looked down the stairs, I saw Hibiki. Sena stood up with his back turned to me, protecting me.
伊勢ちゃん、行って。
Sena firmly told me to leave, and I glanced briefly back at the mirror. The place beyond the mirror is where I'm supposed to be. Can I really just leave Sena now? If Hibiki were to attack him, I have no doubt Sena would disappear. There's nothing left I can do here. The more I hesitate, the longer Sena have to fend Hibiki off.
君に続いて僕も飛び込むから。だから急いで。
His voice gave me a final push I needed. I nodded my head and leapt through the mirror. As soon as I returned to the mortal realm, I fell on the floor, the wind completely knocked out of me. The red light that stained the stairs was not from the moon, but from the setting sun. The sight spread out before me was one I'd seen countless times. My school after class were over and the students had gone home. I'm back. I breathed a sigh of relief and quickly came to my sense. I shakily stood up and called out to the empty halls that surrounded me. Sena, where are you? If you're here, answer me. I shouted loudly, but then I realized, having returned to this world as a part of the living, I wouldn't be able to see him. Had Sena successfully escaped? Was he standing next to me at that very moment? Or had he captured him? Had he been too late to make it out safely? If I couldn't even find that out, what should I even do? I suddenly looked down at the magatama that was still in my hand. If I infused this with spiritual power again, even if it was just for a moment, I could find out if Sena was safe. That's it. With that thought in mind, Yui! I dashed down to the stairs. I burst into the infirmary to find it totally empty. That's a relief. I placed the magatama on the table and called out to whoever might be there. Yui! If you're nearby, I need to ask you to do something for me. Please put a film of your spirit into this stone. I knew that asking her was out of the blue to lend me her power like this was selfish. I didn't even fully comprehend how difficult it was for ghosts to share their power. All I could do was to bow my head and ask for this favor. Please, I'm so worried about him. I bowed my head deeply and pleaded as thought in prayer. Then the stone on the table began to shine. I love Yui so much. Oh my god. I need a Yui route with her. Yui, it's back. I owe so much to her. From the lines I was living, from the time I was a living ghost to this moment. Yui, thank you. That's enough. Thank you. My eyes were dazed as the stone began to shine even brighter than before. Girl, you better stop there. Wait, Yui, if you give me that much, you'll put yourself in danger. Kureha! I frantically grabbed the stone. I hear a voice coming. Wait, is it Kureha or Kodo? I hear a voice coming from no, it's Kureha, right? I hear a voice coming from somewhere and a light flashed before my eyes. The voice just now. Kureha? Yui, no! If I was Misa, I would become like... Yeah, go to Seijin, get your certificate, and become like an infirmary nurse so you can stay with Yui. Kureha! Oh damn, what happened? The stone in my hand began to heat up. I didn't notice it when I was a living ghost, but a bond that had grew between us. I didn't even get to say goodbye. Holding back tears, I lifted my head. Yui, Kureha, thank you. I'll be leaving now. Bowing to those who remained, I stepped out into the hallway. Returning to the landing of the central staircase, I spoke to the magatama in my hand. Sena, I want to meet you. After my words, a figure of Sena started to faintly appear. Sena was sitting with his back leaning against the wall. Sena, are you alright? Even when I was calling out to him, there was no response. Sena remained then. What should I do? What should I do? If only I could share the spiritual power Kureha and Yui just gave me. That's right. The priest said the magatama had power to connect people. Then, with the power I was given from Kureha and Yui, maybe I could. I placed the magatama on Sena's chest. I poured all of my feeling into it. Please, give the power they gave me to Sena. Suddenly, I felt the magatama grow hot. After a few minutes, I slowly removed it. Sena, are you okay? Sena's eyelids twitched, then they slowly opened.
大丈夫。少し疲れてるだけだから。
He's back. Thank goodness.
あれ、うつしおなのに君と話せてる。
I'll tell you later. More importantly, where's Hibiki?
それがわからないんだ。君が鏡を通ったすぐ後に僕も鏡でここに戻ったんだけど。
Judging from Sena's condition, it seems that Hibiki didn't chase after him, even though he was so obsessed. And now that he mentioned it,
どういう用事なのかは聞かないが、それに話しかけても無駄だぞ。
if he was always here, maybe it was just normal for him?
とりあえずもう追ってこないと思う。来るならとっくに来てるはずだし。
That's true. Either ways, we both escaped, and that's all thanks to you.
偉そうに言って結局見逃してもらったとかちょっとかっこ悪いな。
No way. When you protected me before, Sena, that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen.
面と向かって言われると照れるね。
He scratched his head sheepishly before smiling softly back to me.
さて無事にこうして帰ってこられたわけだけど、君と今話ができてるのってそのマガタマのおかげなんだよね。
Right. We both turned our gaze to the stone we held in our hand. Like sand dripping through an hourglass, the light of the stone seemed to slip away with each passing second. Both Sena and I knew exactly what that meant.
もう時間もなさそうだし、少し一緒に歩こうか。
Yeah, okay. Surely this will be our last time together. When the Magatama turns back again, I'll have to say goodbye to Sena. Or you can always ask Koyo to, use his phone. We slowly walked down together as the sun sank below the horizon and the stars began to glitter above. So much time has passed, and yet I remember it like it was yesterday. When I became a ghost, when Koyo helped me, and when I met you.
僕も覚えてるよ。君が僕の目を覚ましてくれたことも、こうして一緒にデートしたことも。
Nestling up closer together, we placed our hands atop one another and continued our walk. This is where you first met, huh? Back then, I never imagined things would end up like this. The more I thought about back on our time together, the more my heart trembled with sadness. Sena, there's one thing I want to ask of you. After we say goodbye today, I don't want you to come to see me for at least a week.
どうして？
I'm probably gonna cry a lot, and I don't want you to see me like that. Hey, what if after 1 week he forgets us? After 1 week, you can come visit me
ごめん。
again.
それは無理。
What?
僕は君のそばにいたいんだ。涙を拭ってあげられなくても、胸を貸してあげられなくても、それでも君が涙を流すとき、僕は必ず隣に寄り添っているよ。
Sena gently touched my cheek, my eyes already brimming with tears.
多分僕もつられて泣いちゃってるかもしれないけど。
Seeing him smile filled my heart with love. As great as that love was, I felt equal amount of sadness. Why couldn't we have met in some other way? Next, we stopped by the sea. Hearing the sounds of small waves lapping against the shore, we looked at one another. Sena, with his fading smile, began to speak.
ミサちゃん、僕からもお願いがあるんだけど、
What is it?
好きって
I love you.
きっとこれが最後だからね。
My lips opened and closed silently. There were too many things I wanted to tell him. My lips trembled as I struggled to find the words to say. Then a gentle breeze caressed my face.
時間切れ。
No! Wait! As if in response to my lack of words, a breeze came across the sea and swept him away. His fingertips, his hands, his toes, and feet, they all gradually melted into the wind. Then, finally, I spoke. I love you. These 3 little words that were what I thought of him and what he meant to me. I love you, Sena. Sena smiled softly back at me. His outstretched hand began to disappear with the breeze. Then, in the moment where nearly all of him were completely taken away by the wind,
僕も
all that remains was the sound of his voice.
大好きだよ。 They were the last words I ever heard from him, and I fell to my knees. Sena. The days with Sena were happy and fulfilling. That was why parting was so painful, so lonely. Surely he's still here. In that case, I'll never forget you. Thank you. You could always call up Koyo, you know. That's all. Okay, I'm guessing I got a good ending, right? Yeah. Okay. 立花鉄時ます。Oh, that's so cute. Is there anything else after? No matter how joyful the meeting, nor how painful the parting, time passes and tomorrow will come. And so it was after I parted with Sena. I didn't have time to wallow about our parting. I simply went to school as normal. I placed flowers in a vase in the nurse's office and thanked Yui and Kureha for their help. I gazed at the mirror where Hibiki lived and wondered what had become of him. Then, at lunch that day,
What's that?
大学についていろいろと調べてるんだけど、成美女子大のオカルト研究部は県で一番の部員数を誇ってるから第一志望はここだと思うの。でも私としては都市伝説に特化した都市伝説研究部がある海峡大学も捨てがたいんだよね。
You can specialize in urban legends? That's an interesting course. I would do that if I could.
あとは神宮寺短大ね。母科研はないけど文学サークルが江戸海乱法系怪奇小説の専門で。
Wait, Sayaka.
だって私の好きなことってそれなんだもん。いけない？
No, not smart. Don't you think your mom's gonna be upset if you do that?
そこはもちろんごまかすよ。学部の理念に共感したのでとかそんな感じで。
Philosophy, huh? Is that so? Speaking of which, I wanted to help you decide which club to join, but I don't think I can. What about going for a campus visit?
それはもちろん行くつもり。ちょっと怖いけど勇気を振り絞って行ってくるよ。
Sayaka might still feel uneasy about moving forward without me, but I could tell. She was trying to get rid of those fears. That's right. Do your best. I'll be supporting you in spirit.
嬉しいな。ありがとう。というか気になっていたことがあるんだけど、今日はすっごく目が腫れてるよね。
Yeah, about that.
セナさんのことで何かあったの？
Yeah. I wanted to tell Sayaka everything, but I worried I might start crying if I did. Hey, do you have time after school today? I asked Sayaka to keep her afternoon free and invited her to my house, where I told her everything that happened the previous day. After I finished telling her, Sayaka started stared intently at the magatama on the table.
好きなのにもう会えない。
Forbidden love. Even now, I feel like he's right beside me.
そんな気もする。話からしてあなたのこと本当にすごく好きなんだと思うし。
Ooh.
でもそれならミサは下手に恋愛できないね。セナさんが相手をたたりそうだし。
It was difficult for Sayaka to say something like that with a totally straight face. He wouldn't do that. Trying to play it off as a joke, I laughed and Sayaka also flashed a brief smile.
セナさんとの恋愛を経てからの次に好きになる人か。ハードル
Exactly.
上がるね。
You might be right about that. Pretty high bar to clear, huh? Then, even though there was no wind in the room, a water bottle fell and began to roll away. It must be the wind. Is this where the meme came from? It must be the wind.
セナさん怒ってるね。こりゃやきもちが激しいタイプだわ。
I couldn't help but to laugh slyly as Sayaka confidently attributed to the rolling water bottle to Sena.
まあでも本当の意味で二度と会えないわけじゃないよね。
Huh? Sayaka picked up the magatama before gently placing it on the table.
だって
And her head.
さっきの話の中でもそうだったじゃない。このマガタマの力は一度なくなっても時間はかかるけど回復するって。だからほら織姫と彦星みたいに年1回とかなら会えそうじゃない？
Oh. Yeah, that's true, but could we really meet again?
どれくらいで力がたまるのか、早くためるにはどうすればいいのか調べないとね。
You'd look into it for me?
もちろんマガタマ由来の一説にはね、太陽と月という惹かれ合う2つをかたどっているという説があるの。これは陰陽思想の対極図に詳しいんだけど、陰と陽つながる2つのイメージと考えると、つくも神社の祭神が縁を結ぶ大国主。
Thank you. That makes me really happy. Yes, please. I knew that if she got started, she wouldn't stop, and I quickly gave her the magatama. I'll ask the priest if he can live to us for a little longer.
そっちは任せた。よーし、頑張っちゃうよ。それじゃ早速帰って調べるね。
You're leaving now? Ignoring my attempt to stop her, Sayaka rushed home. But if what she said was true, holding on to a silver of hope, I picked up the plastic bottle. Sena, it would be nice if we could meet again, right? I murmured softly to myself, hoping he might still be there. Then, as time went on a July night under the sky full of stars, it's been 10 months, girl. I visited beachfront park alone to meet him.
織姫様、見つけた。
Oh my god! Oh my god, she's grown up. Oh my god. Who are you calling princess?
だって1年ぶりの再会だよ。明日にはまた会えないんだよ。しかも綺麗な天の川の下。これはもう実質彦星と織姫様でしょ。
maybe there's something to that. But is that really the first thing you're gonna say to me after not seeing me for so long?
話すこといろいろ考えてたんだけど、実際に本人を前にしたら忘れちゃってさ。
My cheeks hurt from smiling. Do you think that even the greatest idol, Sena, could ever forget his lines?
そりゃあるよ。そもそも君と会うときはアイドルじゃなく、ただのセナだし。ステージの上と大好きな人の前は全く違う緊張感があるんだから。
Seeing that things were still the same with us, even after a year, I sigh in relief. Even if it's only once a year, as long as I can meet you, Sena, it's worth it. And Sayaka's still pretty confident she can get it up to twice a year.
期待しておくね。
We put our hands together on top of another. We felt a slight warmth. I could hear his words. Our eyes met and we smiled together. That alone filled me with joy.
あ、ねえ、こっちの手。僕の動きに合わせてくれる。
Sena moved his hand closer to my lips, like Prince and a knight. Isn't it normally the opposite?
これでいいんだよ。僕は君が欲しくてたまらないから。君からのキスがたくさん欲しい。
Well, I wanted that too.
何言ってるの？いつも君にしてるよ。
He's been kissing us the whole time! Ah! Huh?
おでことか、頬とか、もちろん唇も。お休みの時と寝起きは欠かさず。
That's not fair. I couldn't do anything.
こればっかりは幽霊の特権だからね。でも、君がキスしたくなったらいつでも呼んでね。
Oh my god.
駆けつけるから。
That's not really the issue here. Well, but I'm happy. After that, we continued to talk beneath the starry night sky. We talked about the past year, the year to come, filling in the empty spaces of time apart.
そうだ。また一年、君と話せなくなる前に聞かせてくれないかな。君の目指している夢を。
You can ask, but if you've been watching over me, you already know, right?
君の口から直接聞きたいんだ。今や君の夢は僕の夢。君は僕のすべてだからね。
I'll tell you. I softly cleared my throat and opened my mouth. Just like when he spoke to me, his eyes bright about his dream, I too would tell him mine, eyes ablaze. The one I loved stared back at me, His eyes sparkled like the night sky above. We don't even get to know? Girl! Godly and the two dreams. Wait, I wanna know! Yay!
君と視線を交わせるのはまた1年後くらいになるかな。待ち遠しくて仕方ないよ。ずっと変わらずに思ってるから。浮気しちゃダメだからね。僕を思って生きていって、その先で待ってるから。
I love him. May that kind of love, may this kind of man come to me. Okay, so how am I gonna get the other ending? Let me check. 9 rip, Sena, routes. I did the godly. Is godly the best one? Wait, what the hell? You can do Kureha's first? What the hell? Soft ending route recommended. What the hell is soft ending? I don't play it. This is the... Is this? No, I played other Atomic. Two have godly and heavy. The rest are bad ending. And now choose soft route recommendation. Prologue. Karaka. Ah, I need to start from the start. Wait, no, I don't think so, right? Do I have to do that? Stop it. Let me think. Which one am I doing? I have something about unlocks the CG. Will fall free. I'm not scared. Which one's fall free? I feel the same. Chapter 8. So where we start off today. We started off today. Chapter 8. Don't sleep. How do I skip? Auto. Down to okay. Down to text. I'm not scared of what the hell. That's not falsy. No, this I just want to see. And then what? Just so I could forget you. Okay, I have been putting all of the good options, huh? And then this is where I think I did it the other way. Flee the classroom. Wait, what? Where am I? I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. Because I know that even if you say those things, you'd never hurt me. Because I know that if you given me the same choice, you'd send me off and pray that I live a happy life on my own. My words were full of sadness, and Sena's face clouded over. And this is the same. Then I guess I have to go back. This is the same, I already did it. Then flee the classroom, which I also did. In classroom, maybe we could return to real world. That's all the options I did though. Is it just that one thing that changed? Wait. Oh no, I did the wrong one. Now I'm supposed to do the heavenly one, huh? Whoopsie. Yeah, I was like, all of these options are like what I already did. Okay. I wanna see you. There's no way I can forget you. If you see me, I don't wanna go back. I feel like a lot of these would just end up in the good ending, huh? Chapter 8, I want to see. There's no way I could forget you. And then I feel the same way. I already read this. And I don't want to go back. I knew I had to get out of this dangerous place, and yet I knew that if I returned back to my world, I wouldn't be able to talk with Sena again. I want to be with Sena.
そんな顔しないでよ。理性を保てなくなる。
I'm sorry. Just then, Sena covered my mouth. This is all the same. And then leave the classroom. Maybe really? Okay, I guess stay put is where you get the bad ending. I mean, obviously, yeah. Maybe you could reach your fans, Sena. They might be able to hear you sing.
そうだね。ひょっとしたらそれもできるかもしれない。でも今はもっと優先すべき使い道があるんじゃないかと思う。
What is that?
離れた二つをつなぐことができるなら、うつしよと異世界を結べる可能性もある。それが叶えば、君だって元の世界に帰れるかもしれない。
You're right. Seeing a faint glimmer of hope, my face lit up.
今気づいたって顔だね。自分のことより僕のことを先に考えるとか。
That's well, I guess it's because you told me about your story. I was just thinking about it, but it's not like I think about you all the time, Sena. I flushed as I tried to explain myself, and Sena childishly tilted his head.
違うの。僕はそうなんだけどな。一日中大好きな君のこと考えてるよ。
I don't think that's exactly how the saying goes. Seeing me blush, Sena giggled. So he was teasing me after all. Despite feeling a bit frustrated, I was also happy, and a smile tugged at the corner of my lips. Sena let out a huff and untangled our fingers. Oh, okay.
そんな物欲しそうな顔しないで。
This should get me onto the godly ending. I can't leave him. Is that it? 90. Weird. I walked to Sena's side and faced Hibiki in an attempt to protect him. Please, come to your sense. My arms, my leg, my whole body shook. I could barely stand, yet I refused to look away. My eyes were the only way I could show him how serious I was.
Misa-chan, 今はそんなこと言ってる場合じゃ。
As I spoke, I turned to glance at Sena. I won't leave Sena. He's too important to me. I love him. When I turned my gaze back to Hibiki, he was already right in front of me. The lack of distance frightened me, but I put all my strength into forcing on him. Sena told me, you want to bring us together. But was this your true intent? That was your true intentions, right? Ignoring my words, Hibiki's hand continued to extend towards me. You believe in me. That's why you lent me the tools to contact the spirit board. Just then, Hibiki's hand stopped and short of touching me. That's why you're worried about Sena. Hibiki's eyes wavered. I know the real Hibiki. You were thinking about us, and that's why you offered to let us use your world inside the mirror. In his trembling eyes, I saw a flash of the sweet boy I've come to know. But if you still want to touch me, it's okay. Do as you like. What the hell? You can take the warmth from me, but the feeling in my heart won't disappear. For Sena's sake, I'll give all I have, and still, my feelings will never change. I saw a shift in Hibiki's face. His true self was starting to come back. The Hibiki I knew. Are you back? I'm so glad. Everything should be fine. I felt relief and turned around. Huh? Just then, Sena collapsed on the spot. Hello? His presence had grown even weaker, and it seemed he would disappear at any moment. Sena? I desperately went to his side and reached out to touch him, but of course, I couldn't. I squeezed the magatama in my hand harder. Please, let me touch Sena. At that moment, I was able to touch Sena and wrap my arms around him. Sena, hold on. What if we use the power of the magatama? I pressed the magatama against his chest. I don't need to be touched by Sena. Please, just give him his powers. But the stone did not shine, and I got the feeling no power was returning to him. Can he not get the power back? No. What should I do? Unsure of what to do, I merely held on to Sena's upper body. I'm sorry. This is all my fault. I'm so sorry. Tears started welling inside my eyes. I'm so sorry. I was so selfish trying to see you. I just couldn't handle it anymore. I knew there was no use in regretting it now. Sena, had I not... What? Is this a bad ending? Is this not the Gaulian? Had I not fallen for you like this? Tears and emotion overflowed from within me. Why? Why did I do this? Then Sena let go of my body. He looks like a zombie. Sena's voice whispered to me in a faded no and shook his head. Then, this had been all my fault, and yet he was still thinking about my feelings. With that pained look on his face, he stared at me lovingly. Wait, I think it's okay if you disappear. As if to affirm my fears, Sena merely replied with a fleeting laugh. but his expression soon became pain again. Sena! With that, Hibiki crouched down next to Sena and placed his hand on his chest. What are you doing?
霊力を込めているんです。僕ができることはこれくらいしか。
Soon, Hibiki's face distorted in pain too, just like Sena did when he put his power into the stone. Is Hibiki trying to do the same for Sena? If so, that would put Hibiki in danger. Hibiki, is there anything I can do? I don't care what happens to me. Hibiki began to open his mouth, but quickly stopped and pressed his lips together. He looked lost, and I knew whatever the answer was, it wouldn't be a good one. I told you already, I don't care what happens to me, so please, just tell me. Hibiki still appeared uncertain of what to do, but he eventually began to speak.
あなたの力をセナさんに注いでください。彼を思う強い気持ちを込めて、魂からの思いを。
My soul? I couldn't exactly understand what he meant right away, but by judging from his expression and word, I had a vague idea. Thoughts from my soul. Does he mean? I gently grasped Hibiki's arm and smiled back at him. Leave the rest to me. With tears streaming down his face, Hibiki pulled himself from Sena. Gazing at Sena, I felt my thoughts and feelings from him well up inside of me. Then, I gently pressed our lips together, as if I were to convey my feelings for him from the bottom of my heart. I knew this was the only way. I could feel the heat of my body leaving me and flowing towards Sena. Convinced that my power was flowing into him, I continued to press my lips to his. I understood why Hibiki was reluctant to tell me how to bring Sena back. I felt the life in me being sucked out of my body. As if in answer, Sena's lip moved slightly. At the same time, I felt my body gradually going numb. Hearing the sound of my body collapse next to him, I knew my life had been spent. As our lips slowly parted, Sena gazed at me, confused. I'm here, right next to you. Once he learned the truth, I knew Sena would be upset. But it hurt my heart to think of him like that. Yet, I hoped the love I poured out for him would ease his pain. This time, I would be by his side, forever. Boy, this is the ending? I like the other one so much better. What do you mean? I'm sorry, I'm gonna skip it. I'll watch it once per stream when I finish the route. I'll watch it again with the other routes. About a month had passed since then. Will they never find her body then? After the incident, Sena regained his strength and expected was upset about what I did. However, Koyo and I encouraged and supported him, preventing him from turning into a rat. As we continued to spend our days together, Sena's spirit eventually brightened and he seems to accept the situation. I was worried that perhaps the shock of what happened would erase his memory again, but thankfully it didn't happen. As for me... Oh, she's back, okay. Well, Mom, sis, I'm heading out. I waved my hands in the front of my house to see my family. Oh no. Uh-oh, he's dead. Since my sudden disappearance, things from the outside appeared to go back to normal. But I knew When they came home alone, the two of them would often cry. I really am sorry. When I was a living ghost, I was too scared to be near them. It was too painful. Now, however, I knew that watching their pain and grief was something I had to do. After all, this was my fault. I absentmindedly watched the two of them leave when I heard a whimpering sound behind me. Good morning, Tonodamaru. Good morning, Sayaka. I knew that Sayaka couldn't hear me, but she looked in the direction of her dog's whimper. She gave me a small smile.
Misa, そこにいるんだよね。
Aww. Yes, I'm here.
あなたの身に何があったのか、私にはわからないけど、今もセナさんと一緒なんだよね。
Leave it to my best friend to know exactly what I'm up
あ
to.
なたが笑っていられる世界なら、それでいいから。
Aww. Sayaka. Thank you. I am happy.
さあ、行くよ、殿田丸。
I watched her and Tonodamaru leave and stared up at the empty sky. After that, I went on a little walk and headed to the park to wait for someone to arrive.
ミサちゃん、ごめん、待った。
Girl, you waited the whole time from morning until the sunset? No, I just got here, so don't worry. I smiled and shook my head. He had arrived exactly on time for our meeting. So, have all the fans headed home today?
花束を備えてくれたよ。
Ah, cause he can now like kind of desperate, isn't yeah. It seems like more and more people by the day, the sightings of you on social media have increased too. Over the past months, whenever I went to school, the topic of Sena had become one that had never failed to excite the girls in my class.
さっきのファンの子たちもちょっと噂してたんだけど、なんとセナ君かっこ去年19には熱愛報道が出てるらしいんだ。
Huh? Sena mentioned something interesting. He said that someone posted on social media about Sena walking around with a female ghost. A female ghost.
いやー、まさか死んでから女性関係で話題になっちゃうなんて。
Aww.
スター性出ちゃったかな。
Is this something to be happy about?
嬉しいに決まってるでしょ。週刊誌公認の中になるかもだし。
Aww. That sure would be something. But then all of your fans are gonna hate me.
それは大丈夫。今度霊感のある人が来たら僕の彼女ですって発表しとくから。
Aww. I was only kidding around, but he sounds serious. That's a joke, right? Sena shook his head from side to side while letting out an audible sigh.
だってミサちゃん、最近愛の言葉言ってくれないんだもん。だから外堀から埋めようと思って。
Suddenly, Sena pulled me by the hand.
幽霊になる前はあんなに素直だったのに。
He stared down at me, a slightly resentful look in his eyes. I was in total loss for words. About that,
吊り橋効果で高ぶってただけとか言ったりしないよね。僕泣いちゃうよ。
something had occurred to me lately. I'd always thought Sena was a calm person, but he was actually quite possessive. Well, I guess I haven't had the chance to tell you how I feel recently. I mean, the way I feel about you, the love I have for you, that's never going to change.
それで
he's so like teasing. It's so cute.
続きはもっと愛の言葉は
He's so cute. I don't have much else to say. What exactly is it that you want, Sena? What's gonna make you satisfied?
おかしな質問をするね。僕はいつも満たされてるよ。ただお腹いっぱいにならないだけで。だってどんなに愛の言葉を重ねてもどんなに触れ合っても足りない。
Oh, I see. His feelings of deep love and affection made me happy. Yet, I'm worried sometimes I wouldn't communicate my feelings well enough and that I would leave him unsatisfied. Still, keeping things as they are might be for the best. After all, my feelings for him wouldn't lose to anyone. Heavenly End, love from the soul. That was cute too. But I don't like how she died. A new message?
君との幽霊ライフは楽しすぎて成仏できなさそうだよ。ずーっとこのままでいたいな。本当に大好き。君も言って、僕への思いを。いくら伝えられても足りないから。
I think R.I.P is going to be like my new favorite Otome game. I've loved Collect's Menace for like the longest time. I also quite like Even If Tempest. Virtue Cinderella Phenomenal was the first one that I've played. I watched Thomas Route in Amnesia. What else? Pure Fury. I went into Pure Fury thinking I like Dante, but Orlok won me over. Damn, is that all? That is kind of all, huh? But I am loving R.I.P so far. I love it. So like, is there like a thing to tell me how to get the bad endings? The save file to which one's that? Chapter 7. Do I want to do it? I don't know if I want. How many bad endings? 1, 2. There's 2 bad endings. Fine, I'll do it. I might cry. I have to go to 7. Wait. No, come back. Bye. Oh, sheesh. Wait. Whoa. This? Spirit World? Who is that? Oh no, that's... Oh wait, Kureha and Hibiki are together, huh? We're doing the urban legend. I'm assuming the next one's gonna be Ghost Story. And then Spirit World, then maybe Other Realm. Anyway. Wait, can I? Ah, yeah, okay. I can just do this. Which chapter? Chapter 7? Chapter 7. Chapter 7. Is this just an upstairs? Okay, this makes it so much better. Low. Aiming for bad endings now. I might cry. I'm sorry, Sena. I'm gonna go for the bad endings now. I love you.
Misa-chan.
What happened? Chapter 7. I believe he's crossover. No, I haven't done this one yet. What am I doing? I took a deep breath in the cold night air and finally caught my breath. I'm not gonna let some silly anonymous message board fool me. Sena wouldn't lie to me. I believe him. He's crossed over. Sena, you've crossed over, right? I'm choosing to believe in you. Then my mumbled words were carried by the wind. I thought I saw something in the darkness shimmer, and my eyes started towards the object. Sena? I thought I felt a slight presence of something there, but only darkness surrounds me. Surrounding the shadows, I began to feel uneasy. I have to believe. I kept saying those words to myself over and over, but my anxiety wouldn't leave me. Pretty sure I've done all this. And then respect his wishes. One side, hello. I'm reading like the title for the. What do you mean one-sided love? Is she crying? Oh, is this new content? Oh shit. Well, at least it was. Maybe he was right.
それなりに綺麗な形でお別れできたかなと思ってたのに、こうしてまた声が聞けるといろいろ決心に揺らぎが出ちゃうね。ねえこうよ、今成仏して最速で転生とかしたらもう一度彼女に会えたりするかな。年齢差20とかになるかもだけど、年下の男は嫌いかななんてバカなこと言ってないで普通に成仏しろ。
If I could have done so long ago. Even after facing my own death, my lingering regrets were far too great to let me cross over. Besides, it looks like I've added one more thing to regret.
僕はさ、割り切ったつもりだったんだ。アイドルのセナは死んだ。もうみんなに声を届けることはできない。でも、どうしてかな。今は消えるのが前より怖い。どうして僕はあの子と同じ時を生きられなかったのかな。
It would be easier to just forget again, but I also didn't want to forget. Unable to sort out these conflicting feelings, I stayed close to Misa, looked up at the stars above, and closed my eyes. Boy. Stay put. No? Respect his wishes. I should respect his wishes, and that should put me onto the bad ending. Whoa! I should respect Sena's wishes.
いいの？だって悪霊化しちゃうって。
The fans support him for now, at least. But when they're gone, maybe when that happens, Sena will have his eyes set on crossing over. Besides, that's what he told me. He wanted to cross over, so I believed him. Then, a few years later... Phew. I squinted nostalgically at the station. I moved to Tokyo after graduating from culinary school and became a pastry chef. It's been a long time. Because my work started so early in the morning, I began to rent a house near my work. My mom told me to come back here often, but I just couldn't bring myself to. I had so many memories here. Good memories, bad memories, memories that continue to haunt me. I simply began to follow my feet until they led me towards the park. It was here that I had the strange experience. I exchanging words with him so long ago. This really takes me back. I looked up at the unchanged sky and let out a long breath. The wind carried it and whispered of his name. Sena, it's been a long time. I'm living in this city now, thanks to you. I've taken a step towards my dream. I whispered the words to someone I wasn't sure could hear them. As if in response to my words, a fresh breeze blew across my face. That was so like him. I couldn't help but to suspect it was him. I'm sure that he's still here with me. That's right. The story of the boy gazing at the stars was not forgotten by the people here. They still talk about the genius idol who lost his life, and still greet his fans. Even now, there are still occasional sightseeing of Sena gazing up at the stars at night on the web various urban legend forms. Sena. Did he still remember me? I couldn't say for sure. Are you still here? With a soft wind caressing my cheek, I smiled softly and turned my back to the place. I had grown up, gotten older, and taken my first step into adulthood. Yet there were still times I felt as though my mind was still trapped there. Still stuck in the time where I spent a few days with a boy who stared at the stars. Ending, eternal one-sided love. Okay, it wasn't that much of a bad ending. It's more like the middle ending. No one died. I mean, it's still sad that we didn't get together, but... Dun, dun. Okay. Oh, what I want? Sena. Oops. Ooh. Oh, that's supposed to be Koyo. File 4, that's in chapter 9. I'm so glad that I figured this thing out before I, did much. I'm glad I stumbled upon this. Stay put. Could I really just leave Sena here and escape by myself? If I leave now, I know I'll never see him again. I blinked as these thoughts ran through my head. In that instant, I felt myself swallowed by despair. Hibiki grabbed me by the arm, and I was so terrified I couldn't even scream. Why? I sat down on my arm, which Hibiki clutched in his hand. Hibiki's other hand caressed my cheek. The blood in my veins turned to ice as I felt something cold and dark run through me. Hate. What's his name? This reminds me of that. What's his name? Oh, I don't remember his name. The main character from Prison Boys. Hate, 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 hate. So he's old, huh? If I can kill, I did not read that. I like how we're getting glimpses of Hibiki, so we know a bit more when we go into his route. I'm sorry, miss. This is Hibiki, I think. Or is it? I'm sorry, Hibiki, Misa. I'm sorry. I will get you out of here. Even if I have to give up my life. Opening my eyes, my heavy eyelid, I saw a familiar sight. What? Why? The staircase dyed red with the colors of the setting sun. The mirror, it stained black. Frantically, I look around, but the only thing out of place was the mirror. No, it wasn't only that. My body feels so strange. My body, my heart, it all felt incredibly cold. It was as though I had been swallowed up by the thing that I've seen before. So cold. Sena, where are you? I don't understand.
どうしたというの？なぜ幽霊に？
鏡。
何があったの？
Hey, have you heard the grass of the mirror story? That's right, the mirror on the staircase. It recently turned black, right? The school called someone to come to take it down, but the person ended up falling down the stairs and nearly died. If it happened once, do you think it was just some kind of freak accident, right? But it already happened 3 times. Plus, everyone who fell down the stairs said they were pushed, and they heard a voice say, "Don't take him away from me." They say it sounded like a young girl's voice. The one that one's even scarier than Kara, right? Anyway, some people are scared that they stopped using the staircase. Damn, so we became an urban legend in the school, huh? One of the school's mystery. Ending the grass of the mirror. I feel bad for Yui. Yui looks so sad then. She's like, girl, what happened? I'm sorry I let you down, girl. Yay! Okay. I'm pretty sure that is all of Sena's route done. Yay! I don't know how I'm gonna proceed. The next one, I'm probably gonna go through the common route and then click all of Koyo's thing, right? I think that's the play here, so I'm probably gonna do Koyo's next. Probably not gonna get time to stream tomorrow, so sorry Koyo, I love you. I'm so happy with Sena. Sena's such a sweetheart. I love him so much. I couldn't stop smiling the whole time. My cheeks hurt. Yeah. I have so much like thoughts that I don't know how to put into words, but thank you. This is my first route done in 9th. I'm so happy. Don't stop. Please. But yeah, I'm so happy. I'm really happy. I don't know how to like say anything, but yeah. I really like 9th, and I hope that all of the routes after will be able to live out to my expectations. So far, it has exceeded my expectations. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'm probably not gonna stream tomorrow. We'll see. Most likely not, because I have work. Bye.